All right, and we are back. Let's go ahead and finish getting this set up here, and then we'll get going. Turn that off real quick. There we go. BLL. We're going to lose all the view bots. Oh, no! Shit. Our plan has been exposed. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Unfortunately, there is no draft link currently in the Beer League watch party, so we're not going to be able to see the draft for game 1 yet. But we're just going to load into game 1 and roll with it. Okay, pause that. No. And let me... All right, let me make sure I got these sides right. This is HCKY. All right, here we go.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
And this game has just been played. They're currently on game 2. So will there be a game 3? Who can say? And then we'll take a look at these two teams here. It looks like a lot of returning faces here for R2R. Looks like this is a lot of the remnants of Team Rock from last season. And then on the other side, for Team Hickey, I think this is an all-new team. I think these are all rookies, right? I haven't seen any of these players before. I don't know anything about them. So we'll see how they do. Both junglers gonna go ahead and start topside here. Is the title of the stream correct, by the way? I've changed it, I think, but I'm not sure if it took. Yeah, it is. Okay. Good. Good. Because I actually had some energy left after that first stream, much quicker than yesterday, so... Unfortunately, we did not get to see this draft, so we're just going to have to kind of go into it and just see how the game goes. We do have Nyla Sona in the bot lane, which is an interesting combination. I think it has potential, but it definitely takes a while to scale. And then Sawdude on his classic Kayn with Conqueror, so he's going to be going red form here. And now we have the Keystones back for the runes, so that's, I don't know why it shows them and sometimes doesn't. Rune check, nothing really unusual here. Everything looks pretty standard. I do like the Orianna Jarvan potential combo there for Team Hickey. I think blue side is a pretty well-rounded draft. It's a little short range, but they have what they need. It's gonna be a gank coming in here. Not quite able to land a knockup, unfortunately. Well, doesn't Nyla have like a bonus to like shields, allied shields or something? Give it. Oh, she gains increased healing and shielding from allies. Okay. And they also get the thing themselves. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. 2 doctors on 1 team, right? My goodness. The Fart Doctor and Doctor House. Whew. What a combo. Ain't coming in here on Anivia, but she's got cover from her jungler. She should be fine. Only all in here. Nala's gonna have to. No, she actually blocked a lot of the damage with her W, so she's fine. Doesn't have to flash. Probably can't say the same persona though. She is. Wow, she actually manages to get out. Okay. Nice stun there by the Anivia on the wall. That could be a flash from Orianna. It is. I think she's actually safe at that point, but decides to flash regardless. Ooh, Saw dude, watch out, buddy. Ares gonna take you out. I actually really like Nyla as a champion. I think she has like so much potential, but she's so unusual that most ADC, most bot laners don't play her, right? So I feel like she's really underutilized, but I think she, as a champion, she's probably one of the highest potential in the game. So I like the pick. We'll see what her depravity can do with it. And yeah, no kills yet. A lot of people getting low, but no one actually has gone down. We want first blood indeed. No regrets, are you on one of these teams? I assume you are. Not these teams, but one of the teams in Beer League? I assume you are. But I've not seen your name before, so just curious. Smep? Oh, okay, so you're I casted you yesterday, okay. Yeah, that Jax game didn't go so good. Yeah, maybe don't blind pick Jax in the future. Lesson learned. I think you played really well in the other 2 games though, so can't flame me too much. What Jax game? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a good strategy. You can't prove that happened. Well, that part's definitely not true. Was that versus Alawi? Yeah, it was versus the Alawi. It was indeed versus the Alawi, and it did not go very well. I will say that Jack's pick sparked a lot of lively discussion about lane swaps, which I won't get into, but it kind of took over the 3rd game. Yep, there you go. Ooh, nice try of her depravity there, but the knock pull-in doesn't quite go off in time. Wow. Even missing the ult, they still kind of just stat check him. My goodness. And Zarsway, I believe I asked you this yesterday, but you're on one of the new Stout teams, right? I believe. Oh, and they're going for the dive in the bot lane. Oh, they get one. I don't... Oh, and Superhone's gonna go down. Sona too squishy. On Light League? Oh, okay. Yeah, we have so many more Light League players this season. We only had 4 Light League teams last season, but now we have 10, which is wild to me. But it's cool to see the Light League kind of get some more action. I just don't play enough to know about counters and such. I thought I was against Varus. I mean, that is a fair guess. The guess Varus top lane, yeah. I don't know. And that's why it's important to... Oh, nice dive there by Sawdude, able to get the kill, but Anivia's going to get egged here. Can she survive long enough to escape? She does survive long enough. Can her and Kayn do something? No, it doesn't look like they will survive. You know, that's the hard part about being a top laner is that you have to have a good blind pick ready to go in that situation. So I learned Rumble last season solely for that purpose, because you can blind pick him in anything. Because I didn't really have good blind picks before that. So. If you don't and you get hard counter picked, you have a bad time. I picked my 2 blind picks. Yeah, see, there you go. But you were red team on some of them. Is your team not giving you last pick on red team? If they're not, you need to yell at them. And R2R is going to go ahead and move on to Dragon here. Nice early lead for them. Red Cane. Unfortunately, we can't see how close he is to transforming in a Spectator Client, but it's probably going to be a while. Nice, very nice solo ulti there. Ooh, and the Nalo comes in a little bit late, but it should be enough to... No, they're going to have to back off. Braum here to able to save the day. Who gave Saw Dude Kane? That is a good question. That is a good question. Ooh, nice attempt there by Cassante, but actually, he's going to die now because of that tower shot. That's tough. He tried. And also, this is not meant to flame Elias in any way, because he's doing the same thing most Renekton players do. And I'm not saying he's objectively wrong, but I am a big Renekton player, Renekton enjoyer. And I personally think that straight maxing Q is really not worth it. So what I do is I put 3 points in Q and then next W second, because you don't want to be stuck on this super long cooldown for so long. So that way you have rank 5 W by level 10 instead of level 18, and that makes a huge difference. So if you happen to play Renekton, try it out, see it for yourself. I find it much more effective than just straight maxing Q. But that is just my opinion. A lot of the high-low Renekton mains still mostly do what he's doing, so take it as you will. Sawdu kind of getting into trouble over here. Renekton's under his tower, so he's not able to come and help. Really solid farm here for Kane so far. So he understands the assignment. Who won game 1? This is game 1, my friend. Well, actually, I know who won this game because I had to load it up, but I will not tell. You'll have to watch and find out. Very nice ulti there by the Nyla. And it's going to be enough damage to take down the Braum, but is he taking it to survive? Ooh, the Summoner's coming in. He forces Lucian out as well. Nice all in, very nice all in there by the R2R bot lane. Yes, we have a time machine. They are in game 2 currently. Yeah, I would never give Sawdu Kane either. It's not worth it. They're going to go for the gank here. Looks like, yeah, Cassante, not quite the right angle to gank Cassante there. He is able to get out, but Renekton might be able to just kill him here anyway if he stays. So he wisely chooses to leave. Good choice. What's up, Simmerise? I have no idea who you are. Should I know you? I'm learning a lot of new names this season with all these rookies coming in. Gank coming in here, nice double knockup by Jarvan, but do they actually have the strength to make this fight happen? Ooh, very nice dash dodge by Nyla to a... Oh my god, another one! My goodness! Heard Depravit has been practicing his Nyla mechanics. Clearly manages to dodge 2 bits of CC there. Well played. Gets out of there without having to blow flash. Very well done. And he should have his Yuntal here pretty soon. I think he has enough for it once he decides to go back. Gotta root for Dr. Gregory House. True. He may be surly, but he always gets it right. I wonder how many real-life doctors act like Dr. House and think they're the hot shit, but they're not nearly as smart as he was, so they're just assholes. You ever think about that? Like how much has did House inspire a generation of doctors to be pricks? Oh, nice gank here. That's going to be dead Sona, unfortunately. But should be all they get here, I think. Actually, very nice ulti by Jarvan. No, Nyla not able to cast her abilities, did not have enough mana, and they're all going to go down. He's described all of academia. I mean, that's true. I mean, doctors were already kind of pricks beforehand. I know that the preponderance of psychopaths is much higher in doctors, especially surgeons. So you kind of have to be a bit of a you have to be mentally different to be a good surgeon, I think. Got to be really confident in what you're doing to cut people's brains. Nice all in there by Renekton. Looking pretty clean. Kane has to be pretty close to transforming here, I would imagine. He's been getting into a lot of scraps so far. I imagine this game will take a big turn once he has his red cane. Oh, okay, I see. On blue side, when the quest reward comes in, it covers up their keystone. So you can see it over here on everyone except Jarvan, because Jarvan doesn't have his quest reward yet. But once he does, it'll cover up Conqueror. But it doesn't do that for blue side, which is interesting. Spectator bug, I guess. Nice little catch on the Sona here. It's kind of hard. Sona's really scary. It's really scary for Sona to ward. She's going to go down. Yeah, there you go. See? Nice. See Jungle Quest that covered up Conqueror. I wonder if Riot knows that's a bug. And Sawdude and Onivia walking over and doing the Rift Herald while all this is happening. Are they going to get it done in time? They still got a while to go, but Big Croc is on the clock here to stop him from getting in here. And they do indeed secure it, and Renekton's going to turn back onto the melees, which is usually what you want to do as Renekton in a team fight. It's well played to him, but Sawdude's going to go down. And Renekton kind of stuck here in the pit by himself, but he's so big he can probably handle it. Okay, yeah, he can definitely handle it. He is the big croc on campus, and he's going to get all three of them here. Oh, very nice flash by Orianna. That's going to save her life right there. Very well done. Little bit of a mistake there by Anwil, I will say, is that in that situation, you want to hold your ability until they flash and use something else, right? Because there's no way he's escaping that situation without flashing. So you want to wait until he flashes before you use your ulti. But that's kind of a heat of the moment decision that's hard to make. So I don't blame him for not getting it there. But it's just something to keep in mind in those kind of situations. So I can't click. Oh, I wasn't able to click the tower for some reason. That was weird. I can't click this one either. Oh, there it is. It's just the hitbox isn't lined up right. Okay. Excuse me. About almost a 3K gold lead here for R2R. Pretty solid early game for them. And the red cane has arrived. A lot of damage coming in, but he is a tough cookie to kill. They're going to go for it, though. Going for the immediate ulti, but that's going to serve his death. A little too eager. Probably had to try to ult to dodge the Jarvan ulti, but that's hard to time. So Jarvan's going to go in here, and he's not going to get stun locked, not able to get his ulti off. And now the fight's going to go in, and Renekton and Nyla are both just diving, and they're a really strong combo with Sona backing them up. Sonic here, he's going to go ahead and ult, try to ult Nyla out of the fight, but not able to get it off. And okay, I don't need to explain why that was a bad flash by Sona. We're just going to let it speak for itself. That was wild. But yeah, Sona's going to go down, so that ends up being a 2-for-2, I think. I find it kind of interesting that Nyla's don't go Estus Reaver, because I feel like I've seen her out of mana a lot this game. I feel like he could benefit a lot from it, but maybe he just needs to manage his mana better and just rely on the Yuntal stats. Sometimes the answer is you just got to use your mana better, unfortunately. Fusaro started playing League of Legends. You saw it here first. Alright. We're going to get a nice engage here, and Sona is going to go down. Yep, no flash there. Tough. Game crashed. Tough. Yeah, if you're expecting Riot to make meaningful improvements to game stability or the client, you're barking up the wrong tree, I'm afraid. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, despite how the game's been pretty rough for Hickey as a whole, but their ADC is 5-0, so he's got his 2-item power spike here on the Lucian, so he's pretty strong. He did opt for the CDR boots, which I'm not sure I agree with. I don't know if 10 ability haste is really worth that much, but hey, he's the one about the boots. I'd almost certainly go probably play the steel caps instead, but here we go. Kane's going to go ahead and kind of get caught out a little bit here, but actually Spain's to turn it around, and now Brom's won the cutout. Nice ulti on the Sona, but not able to finish her off. Lots of CC coming out from this R2R team, and now Renekton is here, and this fight is over for Hickory. Hickey just has to run away. You shouldn't know me. I'm new. I'm a rookie. Okay. Well, that's why I asked. Like, I haven't seen you before. But there's also so many people in Beer League that sometimes I just can't remember. Also, sometimes people change their name. So they like to confuse me by changing their names all the time. So I have no idea who they are. But nice TP flank there by Renekton. It completely secured that play for his team. So well done. Daniel's was my main name before ban. Was it really? Okay. It's your last name. I see. All right. She says so. Don't know what was wrong with Nectarish, but I. Did you get banned for toxic? Ooh, did you? Hmm? Well, you a toxic little ADC man? Well, fighting for the crab here, where Necton's able to sneak in from behind and collapse. This is going to be a big fight for R2R. Going to get at least 2, I would imagine. Actually, great counter engage there by the Orianna. Is going to chunk him a ton of health. And then Cassante kind of going crazy here on the back, but I think his fun is over. Yep, it is indeed. Ends up being a 4-for-1. Did you hear that? Did you hear what Kane just said? He says he loves breaking and entering. Lock your doors, guys. Although maybe don't lock your doors because he likes breaking? If you don't lock your doors, is it still breaking and entering if they just open the door and walk in? I actually don't know. Someone who's an expert on breaking and entering, let me know. If they need to actually, like, physically break in for it to be considered a B&E. And sorry, Mr. Casante, you definitely can't duel the Red Cane. Red Cane duels tanks like better than anybody else except maybe Master Yi. So Master Yi and Vayne probably, but point is that you can't win. So tough. Oh, they're going to walk right into Renekton here, but he might be the one in danger here. He is going to get Orianna. He doesn't have ulti, though, so I think he's going to go down. Indeed, he will. It's going to be a 1,000-goal shutdown going over to the Lucian. So, might have just thrown the other team a bone there. Now, Jarvan, no ulti, though. He's not going to be able to continue this engage here. Ooh, very nice stun on Jarvan. This comes to the part of the stream where I read abilities. Does ult really not mention that his abilities don't cost mana? It's interesting. During his ulti, it just doesn't say. That seems like a kind of a weird detail to just gloss over, but all right. Or that it effectively has a timer on it. I feel like this description is shorter than it should be. I guess it is already pretty long, but... Alright. Oh no, it says it lasts 15 seconds. Alright, never mind, I missed that part. Alright, and they're going to go in for Dragon number 3 here. Sona is in a very bad spot that she's going to get engaged on here. Renekton's going to go in and run interference for the team, but he's going to do a lot, but he's going to have going down. And now can they get in there and contest this? No, they cannot. And very nice flash in for the AoE combo by Nyla. And yeah, that's part of that late game potential, or that high potential for Nyla, is that she's one of the few ADCs that really has big playmaking ability. You know, Ashe and Varus have some, but Nyla with the ulti is just crazy. No, get the tower. Get the come on. Hey! There's 4 people dead. Get the tower. Yeah, you see it. They're pinging him. They knew. There we go. Should be getting this wave too, but at least the tower. He got the tower. Like, they got 3 dead, buddy. You see the 2 of them mid. You can get this wave. I promise. It's safe. But that's okay. He's playing very well this game. I can't fault him too much. Niall's been a big factor. And yeah, I don't know how you really play if you're Team Hickey at this point. They're just really far behind. They definitely get outscaled. I don't really know what you do here, so it's kind of sad. Kind of sad, kind of tough, kind of rough. Also, because Niall is technically considered melee, she is one of the few ADCs you can realistically go Death Stance on, which is obviously huge because Death Stance is a busted item. Looks like I assume he's gonna go. I assume he's gonna turn this Doom Quiver into a shield bow for his final crit item, but we'll see. A little odd to build shield bow this late in the build, but here we are. And they're gonna go ahead and start Baron here, but they back off once the enemy team sees them. Renekton's gonna go ahead and 1v1 Casante in the side lane. Yeah, he's just way too far ahead. Yeah, 4k gold lead for the Renekton alone. Now they're gonna go ahead and start the Baron again. I think at this point you're kind of just daring them to try to stop you, and you can have Renekton TP if they actually try to fight. All right, and very nice. Whoa, very nice engage there by Jarvan. We'll see if they can actually manage to win the fight because of it. It's looking good so far, but now Renekton is here. And does he? Can they clean up the fight still? Yes. That would have been a phenomenal fight for Hickey or Team Hickey if they weren't so far behind. And that was a phenomenal engage. And it was what, like a 3 or 4 man driving EQ into an ult? Like, that was crazy. And then the Ori ball as well, but they're just too far behind. That's tough. Cue the Linkin Park lyrics on that one. All right, we'll go ahead and fast forward just a little bit here since I know we have more series to watch. That's one of the advantages of watching after the fact. You can fast forward through some of the bits. They don't seem too keen on actually pushing with this Baron, which I find kind of strange. You got a 10k gold lead, you got Baron. Group up and siege a tower, but they're just not doing it. I guess they probably don't have that great of a siege because they're a very melee-heavy team, but still, you could probably just threaten to dive if they try too hard to defend. Renekton's going to go ahead and kill Orianna in the side lane and keep pushing. Waiting for Dragon to spawn here. Renekton not able to TP to this one because it's still on cooldown, so they're going to have to fight this 4v4, which they should be able to do. I don't know what Kane's doing way over there, but kind of need to get in there. You don't want to leave this to a 50-50. Smite, get in there. He's going to get in. The fight's going to go out, and Jarvan is going to secure the Dragon, so no Dragon Soul yet, but ooh, Nyla actually kind of getting CC chained here. Are they going to be able to take her down? No, they will not. And meanwhile, Sawduke just doing red Kane things over here on the outskirts of the fight. You know, tons of damage, healing a lot, being unkillable, all that good stuff. Oh no. Rest in peace, Mr. Brick. They did at least get the Dragon, but yeah, that's still not great. And Renekton's gonna go ahead and destroy the Nexus. I guess it didn't matter, so that will be game. What played to R2R here? They pretty much dominated from start to finish. So great game 1 for them. And we'll get right into game 2 here. Let me put on my blocker. Let's see. Let me find it. Here we go. Man, I had to restart the whole PC. I don't gotta restart PC. I gotta hide the screen so you guys can't see it when I'm loading up the game. All right. We'll go ahead and get that loaded in here. And which sides? Did they switch sides? Oh, no, you did after the client crash. Gotcha. Dude, I don't know why the client gives some people so much trouble and some people it doesn't matter at all. I don't know why it's like that. Oh, no. UN? Oh my god, this client's confusing. Okay, so we will switch these teams around here. All right, and here we go. Game 2. I don't know why I only have like 9 cheats installed. That's tough, dude.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Let's see. Again, we unfortunately don't get to see the draft, but we will get to see the game. You're gold 4? Oh boy, that's tough, dude. I believe in you, though. I bet you can. I guarantee you can get at least plat. I know you can do it. Okay. Pulling out the Vayne Yumi here for R2R. So that will either be unstoppable or kind of useless. We'll see which one it is. Lux with the barrier mid instead of TP, which is interesting.
Banish the shadows.
I think both junglers starting bot side. Both these junglers have a pretty slow clear, so it'll be a while before we see them most likely. Really wants to follow bot lane for some reason. Oh, really? You're not gonna go for a kill there? Come on. You got Ignite, bro. Show that set who's boss. Pop the Ignite, bro. There we go. I don't think that's going to finish him off, though. That set health regen when low is going to save him. It does indeed. Junglers are going to meet you in the river. Pantheon's going to have to bail because well, actually he just goes for Lux, but not quite able to finish her off with the Q. He's going to be able to... Oh, the thrown Q, but barely misses. Lux able to survive, and now Silas should be able to clean up this Lysandre as well, I would imagine. Nope. Okay, nice job holding, for Joy-Con John to hold on to his flash until he was already under his tower, so that Silas couldn't just follow it with his E. So that's what you're supposed to do. Because if you flash so that they just use a gap closer to immediately get to you again, it was kind of pointless to flash, Ooh. Nice engage there by Joy-Con John. Not quite low enough to ult him, though. Ooh, that's a lot of damage coming out. You could probably turn that with ulti if you wanted to, but would have been tough. It would have been spooky, so I was going to go ahead and just solo the jungler, solo the dragon here. Ooh, nice try to go for the kill there by Set, but Pantheon was waiting. Fallen, breaking out here in the bot lane. Jenna's gonna have to flash, and she's gonna go down. Get stunned into that wall there. Yep. Gotta be careful where you stand when you're against a Vayne. You gonna see a Pantheon ult to gank the bot lane here? Oh, he is, and he's gonna get in there, but pretty far away from the Vayne. Vayne's gonna flash forward to finish off the Smolder. They are gonna be able to get her though. And meanwhile, in the mid lane and all in as well, Lissandra going for the kill. Does she have the damage? She does, and Lux is gonna go down. And then Yuumi actually might escape. Nope, just kidding. Rest in peace, Yuumi. Very nice play across the map by Team Hickey here. Although I have a feeling I might be saying, I feel like they might be Team Hickory, and I've been giving them a really silly alternate name. I'm gonna have to check that at the end of the game and see if I'm right, because Team Hickey sounds odd. It might be Team Hickory. I think they're named after the tree. I think you may be right. It does sound more logical as a team name. So it's Hickory Esports, but the tag is Hickey? Okay. So Team Hickory then. Got it. And we're going to get a gank here in the top lane. Camille gets kind of ulted away from her tower by Set, and that's going to be all she wrote. Hickory Esports. Or I'll call him Team Hickory then. Fair enough. Thank you, Duba? However you pronounce your name. Sod is going to be found out here while he's doing the grubs, but I don't know if Pantheon Duba. Okay, Duba. Fair enough. And looks like their R2R is going to go ahead and secure this last grub at least. Smolder stack check. 51 stacks, not great at this point in the game. They're having a bit of a rough time here. The Vayne Yumi's been bullying them quite a bit. They're both fairly short. They both have to get into Vayne's effective range in order to trade with her, and that's not ideal. We're gonna get a gank here in the top lane. And no ulti for Set here, so he should go down. And indeed he will. Gold gap has closed somewhat. I would like to see more ganks in this mid lane because you have such good gank setup with the Lissandra against the Lux, but sometimes you have to go top and stop the bleeding, or top or bottom stop the bleeding, so I get it. Yeah, big lead for this Vayne. Already up 1,500 gold compared to the Smolder. Gonna come back with Bork. Gonna pop ulti here. Pantheon's gonna ult in, but his team's too far away. I don't think he's gonna be able to get the king of it. He will not. And her depravity's gonna condemn her away and then give a unhappy emote. Is Rek'Sai good right now? Apparently, yeah. Apparently she's top tier, according to the stats site. Yeah. He didn't see him until he was on the, or Pantheon didn't see Vayne until she was on the other side, and then she just condemned him away, so. Looks like they will be able to secure a dragon here, though, if they do it quick. R2R is on their way, actually. I don't think they're doing this fast enough. Sal's gonna go ahead and jump in. They're kind of getting flanked on both sides here. Very nice Lux ult. He gets two. And that's going to force him off of the Dragon Pit. He's going to steal Lissandra. Very nice ult to steal. And they're just going to go ahead and say thank you very much for the leash and be on their way. sounds weird to say, but I can't remember the last time I saw a Bork Rush Vayne. Which is funny because that's been her her go-to item for so long, but not in recent times. Going in here on set, but he's got backup, and he's got good backup, and I think Kaiman's gonna be very dead. Yep, tough. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Vayne and Yuumi gonna go for another soul killer, and they're gonna get it. Another pretty rough game here for Hickory Esports, which is not surprising. Not to say that to flame them, but they are a new team, and everyone on the team is new to Beer League. And in general, teams and players that are new to Beer League tend to struggle at first because it has a very different feel compared to just like solo queue or even like normals, you know, because Beer League's just different, and it usually takes people a season before they really get a feel for how Beer League works and how to be successful at it. So usually gotta take your lumps. A lot of good teams had bad first seasons in Beer League. It's just kind of part of the business. Camilla's got Triforce. She might be able to start winning some of these trades now. Triforce, obviously a huge power spike for her. Get all that extra true damage on the Q. He needs to be careful, though. He could get ulted into tower if he's not careful. Setting up for a dive here. Gank here in the mid lane. There we go. And that'll be a nice, easy kill. See? That's why Tits is going to win this season. True. They do have the experience. That is true. It is true indeed. The jungler. Both junglers are here once again, but that obviously favors R2R. Nice dodge of the set debut with the Camille ulti, so well done. But do they have enough to finish off Sawdude after the fact? No, I don't think they do. In fact, I think the opposite is going to happen. Indeed it will. In the classic roam top and gank with the bot lane, that's always fun, getting ganked by bot lane in top lane. That's usually an FF angle if it happens in a solo queue game. Sawdude's gonna go right for it. He's gonna get it too. Yep. Sawdude Silas looking pretty good. Maybe he can play more than Kane after all. Yarg. Trying to help out, but just gets CC chained. Goes down. And And then Styles is going to go ahead and use that ult he just stole to try to dive, but didn't put it quite far enough. A stack check here for Smolder. 112. Yeah, it's going to take him quite a while to get to 225. He's been having a rough go of it. Really praying my full rookie team surprises everyone. Guess we'll see how he can play. I mean, it's not unheard of for rookie teams to do well, but in general, yeah, they tend to struggle. But I think if you played, like, I don't know if you guys have played before in another league, but if you play like Team 5s before, that would be probably a bit of an advantage. But if you have it, yeah, there's definitely an adjustment period. You leaving a turtle makes it a lot harder to stack. That is true. You can't shoot at her if she's not there. Yeah, because I think the main thing that gets teams that are new to Beer League is the draft, because the draft is very different in Beer League. Because not only do we use tournament-style drafting, like the pros do, but everyone knows each other ahead of time, right? So you have a completely different pick and ban strategy compared to a regular game. And that takes a while to get used to, and a lot of teams, they're just not ready for it, and it takes them a while to figure out how to draft the Beer League way. That's the main thing, because there's a lot of teams, they'll play well, but eventually they'll just get out-comped and lose, so that is the hard part. Because, you know, when you're playing, you know, a solo queue game, or you're playing, you know, normal 5s, you're mostly just thinking about yourself, right? You might do a little bit of collaboration with your team. Hold on, let me gap about this after the team fight here. Nice ulti by Set there. Taking a lot of damage. Vayne's actually lasted quite a while here. She's still going. Yuumi actually hopped off the Vayne at some point, so she's on her own. She's still alive, because Yuumi is fair. And that's going to be an ace for R2R. But yeah, when you're drafting for solo queue or like a normals, you're kind of just drafting mostly for yourself, and you might do a little collaboration with your team, but you're usually not thinking a lot ahead of time. But in Beer League, you usually have one person running the whole draft, and you have to think out everything ahead of time, and think about, you know, who's going to pick earlier and who's going to pick later, and what kind of champions you can pick early safely and later, you know, hold out for and stuff like that. And the later, the round 2 bans make a big difference too, because if you're waiting for like the ideal late pick, they might just ban it in round 2. So you have to like weigh your options. If you leave it open, they might just ban it if it looks too good. So it's very different draft. It really helps if you have someone on your team that really does not mind early picking a lot, because that just kind of puts a lot less pressure on their teammates, because they can get a lot more counter picks and stuff. That's what I have historically done for my team. I'm almost always blind picking so that my team can get counter picks, and then I just make do with what I picked best I can and hope for the best. I'm sorry I haven't been talking about this game very much, but it has been very lopsided, I'm afraid. So there hasn't really been a ton to talk about. 14k gold lead here for R2R. plus soul point. Block Teemo every time. There you go. That's a strategy. Yeah, team comps in general in Beer League tend to be a lot better. So champions that thrive against bad team comps tend to not be as effective in Beer League. So you don't see nearly as many like assassins in Beer League, for example. You see a lot more tanks. So you kind of have to keep that in mind when you're picking. That, and if you're really good at something and you have a history with it, the other team will know ahead of time, and they'll probably ban it. So you probably won't get to play your best stuff a lot of the time, which is a little unfortunate, but I get it. I'm really surprised Lysandra didn't take that. I feel like they definitely could have killed Vayne there, but Sett might have or killed Lux there, but double mana item on Lux, by the way, which is interesting. You definitely don't need that much mana, but I suppose if you're going to get 2 mana items, these are the 2 to get on Lux.
Red team's turret.
They're just going to go right for Baron. ADC is the first one to start to show up at the Baron. That's usually a good sign that the team macro's on point. The ADC is doing good stuff. It is a 15 kill Vayne, but still. Yeah, Smolder's still pretty far away from that 225, so there's going to be no savior from him anytime soon. I doubt he'll make it to 225 before. I doubt he will make it before this game ends, but who knows? Whoops. I think that's going to be it. Another ace for R2R. Very dominant game 2 here. Almost 20k gold lead. And they're going to absolutely push to end here. And yeah, very dominant 2-0 series by them. So well played to R2R. Look very strong. Yeah, tough first series here for Team Hickory, but it's a long season. They got time to figure stuff out. You know, the Stout League champion looked awful for the first half of the season. You know, and then they turned it around and won it all, so don't give up too early just because the season starts rough. Yeah, it's fun to cast. I believe that is all of the games before the patch, I think. Let's see here. Are there any more? Where's the schedule thread? Here it is. We did this one, and this one. Yeah, okay. So we are all caught up before the patch, so that's good. So yeah, I believe are there any games tomorrow? Tomorrow is March 4th. We have a Light League game. And Looks like just one game tomorrow. Okay, interesting. I'll probably. Oh no, 2 games. 2 games tomorrow. My bad. I will probably take tomorrow off because my voice needs some rest. I think I've been yapping too much. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys at the next cast. All right, bye bye.